this evening are going to have to go into public session per 91A, RSA 91A. And I believe it's for legal matters, legal advice.
What about the site walk first?
Well, unless you want to do that when we come out, it's up to you.
I think it would
We
be
might
better to do it first.
Do it first.
All
Yeah.
right. So before we do that, then we'll talk about the site. Yeah, I sent to you all a letter from Andy Perlman, Attorney Perlman, regarding a site walk. And I want to know if anyone was going to be available anytime soon to do that, or if the possibility is that it is the will of the board to do such a site walk, and what your feelings are on it. I figured we'd have a meeting this evening on that part only because I wanted to find out if I could get possible dates if people are interested in doing it. So,
Tony Tareggi said he could make it the 27th.
okay.
Looks like everybody, at least from these emails, everybody was
Is,
available the 27th. I can't get there until after 11, but if you guys want to do it before that, I understand.
I'm about 11 also when I can make it.
Oh, yeah, soccer.
the only thing for me, the 27th of October, I wouldn't be able to be here
Oh, okay.
for that because I have another commitment. I have to go to, I'm going to be in Portsmouth that day. So it might be hard to come down, depending upon what the timing is for it, because I think it's in the afternoon. I have to be there. So, but if the board feels that, everyone else feels that the 27th would be an appropriate time to do it, certainly.
I have an email ready to go to Andy to see if he's available the 27th.
Right. Yeah, we would have to ask and make sure that he's good with that. Is there an alternative date that possibly you can think of that might be helpful if that doesn't work?
It would have to be the 20th, the 27th, or the 3rd, because the 3rd or maybe the 4th is the last day.
For the last days. Okay.
Last day of what?
Spooky World.
The Spooky World
And I think he wanted to do the site walk while Spooky World
was in
functioning.
progress.
So it wouldn't be that day. I cannot do the 3rd.
Okay. How is you said the 20th?
That would be this weekend.
That would be this weekend. So, okay. And that's when the municipal conference is this weekend. I think I'm going to be going to that. So,
I'm not available Saturday.
and you're not available Saturday. Okay. So, it looking like the 27th would probably be best for most of you, the majority of you.
But maybe we should do early morning, and then since I'm on the alternate,
Okay.
so yeah, as Stevie said.
And I guess,
10:30 would probably be the best time for me.
yeah.
Is that the 27th?
Yes.
Is that early enough for you?
That might work. It's just the logistics of getting to Portsmouth. That's the only thing. And I think the meeting that I have to go to there is at noontime. So I wouldn't be able to stay necessarily. I mean, it would probably take me an hour to get there, but give or take. So if I did do it at that time, I probably wouldn't be able to stay. But certainly the other members of the board could if they want to, depending upon how long it takes.
Who's missing tonight? They would have to check with anybody.
Dennis?
Dennis Page. Yes, I sent everybody a copy of the letter. So, but I didn't hear back from Dennis, and I did not hear back from Tyler.
Do we have to have a quorum there or no? Or is it just?
No, if you have a quorum, you have to take minutes and post the meeting.
If we have a quorum. If we don't, do you want us to
You
take
can just-
pictures? Or what?
Yeah, you can take pictures.
Just show the arrest?
Take
Can we
pictures
do,
and
are we allowed to
notes.
do that?
It'll be useful for the rest of the board members.
Now, we're going to need to notify the butters and interested parties of this, or
No, because
No,
we wouldn't have a quorum.
okay, so it wouldn't
It's not
be
even-
if the whole
even if you
board-
had a quorum, you don't.
Even
have
if
to
we had,
have-
yeah, it wouldn't matter anyway because it's not.
Okay.
I mean, we'll post it. We'll post it anyway if you decide on a date
Right.
and time, and then they can attend. It's up to the property owner because of liability.
Okay.
So tentatively, are we thinking
The-
10:30-ish at
10:30,
on the 27th?
yeah, 10:30, the 27th of October. If that's good with Attorney Perlman as well.
Yeah, I sent him an October 27th, but he might send back to me. Let's see.
So, I mean, obviously we'll, that'll be the tentative date for the site walk for Spooky World, give an opportunity to do that. We'll wait and hear from Attorney Perlman, obviously, make sure that that's okay. So we're good with that? Okay, cool. Actually, before I go into non-public, Joe, do you want to say
Yeah.
some words?
So I have an announcement to make. After tonight's meeting, I will be resigning from the board as I just got a new apartment outside of town. So I will no longer be able to attend meetings. But I wish you guys the best of luck in the future. And yeah, I'll probably be back at someday, but at least for the next year, I've got a lease. So
Well, you will be missed, that's for sure. You've been an asset to the board, and certainly we've enjoyed having you here. And it's sad. A member leaves, the family, one of the family members leaves. But we do, if that is your choice, we do wish you the best of luck.
thank you very much.
And thank you for your service to Litchfield.
It's been a pleasure.
Yes. Yes. So,
All right.
so with that,
Secretary.
yes, or a clerk, yeah. That's right. Clerk works.
You really didn't want to take the minutes of the Spooky World.
Well. That's pretty much it that I have. Is there anything else that anybody else has before we,
Go non-public.
this evening? Anything at all? Okay. Do you have anything, Kim?
I did meet with Troy. Do you want to talk about that, or do you want to review it next meeting, or?
It's up to you. If you want to wait till next meeting, maybe we can do that. Or,
Everybody gets a chance to read.
well, you have to send information to Joan, right?
I just
She
sent it in. I
Okay.
sent the emails today, and in case I missed anything, Troy might want to reply. But we met on a few items that the planning board wanted to discuss, maybe with the board of selectmen. We wanted to give them some information to make some better strategic decisions on some build-out counts. And then we are also asking for some governance on, we have a vote coming up on the NRPC Commission on December 19th. Potentially that circumvention highway project came up as a item that would be, it can't be removed from the report, but it can be moved to a column called fiscally constrained, meaning it would never happen. So I just want to make sure I vote the way they want me to vote. And so that's the short-term question is, do we vote to make sure it stays fiscally constrained? But I want them to be aware that other members of the surrounding 12 towns may wish to, in the future, fund that. And if they decide to do that, we need to talk to the board again on how they want that to vote on how to prioritize the projects. And the other item was our demolition ordinance was the trigger that was in place. There were two triggers, whether a building could be demolished or not, was if it was greater than 500 square feet. And I think, what was the other criteria? Oh, built prior to 1960. So then it went into the process. The second trigger check was, at the time we wrote it, the building inspector and code enforcement officer and the fire department had to both say the building was deemed unsafe, because if it was, it could be demolished right away. That was a trigger, so not one power in the town could say, take it down, take it down, take it down. Now, since we've had some role changes in the town, that building inspector and code enforcement officer does answer to the fire department, so we wanted to make sure that it was honored, that, the takeaway would be that that person could speak freely without any fear, and the fire department could also speak freely as well. So Jay wanted to make sure that zoning ordinance matched what we had, that we passed last year. It does on paper, even though some things have changed. But read the 5 emails, and we'll give Troy a chance to respond in case I missed anything.
Thank you.
Yep.
Great. All right. All right, if there is nothing further, I'm going to make a motion that the board go into non-public session per RSA 91A:3, section L, consideration of legal advice. I will request a roll call vote of the members to go into non-public. Michael Croto, aye.
You want a second for the motion first?
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
That would be helpful.
I second the motion.
You second the motion. Okay, I have a motion, I have a second. Do I have a discussion? All right. Michael Croto, aye.
Joe Blanchett, aye.
Kimberly Queen and I.
Stephen Weber, yes.
Kate Stevens, aye.
Okay. We'll be going into non-public, so this is basically for the board to consider legal advice. So we're going to basically, we have to shut down the television, obviously, and when we come out of non-public, we will adjourn the meeting. We can adjourn it in public if that works. So.